Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is March 12th, and it is the first day of Sneaky Peeks for the 140th edition release at My Creative Time. And I am coming on to do my first day of Sneak Peeks along with the entire design team and the blog team. And there's going to be so much shared, especially over on Instagram today. I'm sure most of you have seen Emma's video for the first day of Sneaky Peeks, and I thank you for joining me here to see my video. And I will remind you to check the drop-down menu to like and subscribe. The drop-down menu will have all of the information about the release, including a giveaway of next month's release in April that will occur on Friday on release day. Make sure to leave comments everywhere. And follow along on both an Instagram and a YouTube hop. Okay, so I'm going to dive right in and try and keep this short and sweet and show you what we're sneak peeking for this very first day. Okay, the first thing is we have two beautiful paper pads. And I got these a couple weeks ago and I've been working with them. And to be honest, I only have one page of each sheet left to show you. And I finally, on like this second or third day of creating, I realized I better set aside a sheet of each piece of paper. There'd be nothing left to show you. So this is all I have left to show you. I've made projects with everything else, plus some scraps from my stash because I ran out of paper. These are wonderful paper pads. I know you're going to love both of them. This one is called Spring 2024, and it has these wonderful patterns. It has a multicolored floral here, two mini polkas in yellow and pink, then a larger polka in orange. Then it has this beautiful gray floral print with almost like little tulips in white and little white hearts. And then there's a black mini polka. Down on the second tier, which is the back sides of all of these papers, you have a pink and cream paper, and the cream has little hearts. Then you have these beautiful papers that have a wood grain background, and they have beautiful script writing. And I just love script and printed type. I think it's a wonderful background, wonderful papers to use all the time. So this pad has all of that. And I thought I would just do a quick flip through so you can see each of the papers. And again, this is all I have left. I did use everything. For the release. So I love how Emma did this with the wood grain in the background flowing through the script. So it's really subtle but beautiful. And these mini polkas, I love mini polka dots in gingham. They're two of my favorites. And I love how she has that wood grain going through the script that's on the back of these papers. So the orange polka dot has, of course, the orange. Oh, excuse me. Has the orange script on the back. So we'll flip that over so you can see it. Sorry, I'm not doing the greatest job filming when I'm trying to sneeze. And then here's that beautiful gray paper with the tonal white tulips. And I just love this paper. It's so elegant. And then on the back, you have the gray script writing with that wood grain background. Hopefully you can see it good. And then this is a black polka or a very, very dark brown, however you want to look at it. It's a slightly lighter black. And then on the back, you have the black or very dark brown script and that wood grain again. So beautiful, beautiful paper pad. When you get the pad, remember it's 6 by 8.5 inches, 24 sheets total, 4 each of 6 designs. Okay, so you get 4 sheets of each paper. So 4 of this, 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 4 of this. Okay, so wonderful, wonderful paper pad. And then to go with it, she did the solids, which if you look really closely, you can see little dots in the pattern. So these are distressed solids with a little bit of pattern to them, of just some splashes of ink, if you will, in a tonal color. And then the bottom half or the back sides of each of these are a typed print. And the typed print does have some distressing. So I'm trying to show where the dots are. I hope you can kind of see that the solids do have some dots to them. And then on the type print page, you can see that it has some gray distressing all the way through the paper. So I hope you can see that. But I love the little dots that she added to the solids. It just adds a little extra detail when you're using the papers. And the colors that she's picked out, the pinks and oranges and yellows for spring, are wonderful. And then you have a couple, the gray and the black, where you have some tones that are more neutrals and are always wonderful to have. So just a beautiful, beautiful set of paper pads for this release. And we'll be showing you these each day so that you can see them and get used to seeing how they're being used in everybody's projects. So again, there's Spring Solids 2024 and then the Spring 2024 paper pad. So I'm going to set those aside, and I will show you the two sets that we are showcasing today. The first one is called Stay Beautiful. And again, mine are on the way the original sets come when we're checking the sets after delivery. These are the cards that they come on. I have not transferred mine over to their permanent packaging yet. So this one is called Stay Beautiful, and it is the sweetest little bumblebee gnome. If you love gnomes, you will love this set. It is so fun. And what I love about it is that it's a really easy to color. Gnomes are very easy to color, and so your projects come together very quickly. It has the sentiment, stay Bee-utiful, just because, happy spring, be blessed, just be you, be kind, and be happy. So wonderful sentiments that'll be useful all year long. And then you have the matching coordinating die that will cut out your little bumblebee gnome. And you have this wonderful sentiment strip set with a scallop outside or backer layer and then a stitched smaller layer. And these can be used separately, or of course you can stack them and use them together, okay, and do two different colors if you want. So a really nice sentiment die set. So that is the first set. This is the Stay Beautiful Stamps and Die Set, okay? So that is the first set for Sneaky Peek Day 1. The second set for Sneaky Peek Day 1 is the Bumblebee Gnome Die, and this is also the same style gnome. This one is a little bit bigger, about a ½ inch bigger than the first one, and I will show you the two dies together just so that you can understand the difference in sizing, okay? So it's just a little bit taller, okay? So two different sizes. One is, of course, a stamp set, and then this one is specifically for paper piecing. So you cut the backer die out, and then you're gonna add your mustache piece, your nose. This is the beard piece, and the nose sets where this little line is where you're going to line up your nose. You have the wings, which allows you to pop them up and make 2 layers of wings if you want, because you'll have the wings that get cut out with the backer die, and then you can cut these and then pop them up so that it looks like they're fluttering. Then you have this for the pom-pom on the hat. You have the hat, and you have the clothing piece. So this again is for paper piecing, and it's the Bumblebee Gnome Die. And both of these sets are so wonderful. I could not stop making projects, and I made so many that I'm just in love with. I just had so much fun. I couldn't quit creating, if you will. So here's my first project, and this is the little egg tag die that Emma has in her store. And then this is the stamped version of the gnome, and I colored him with Copic markers. I added a little bit of diamond stickles to the wings, and this Happy Easter is from the Tiny Tag Holidays stamp set, and it's this Happy Easter right here. So that is the sentiment on it. And then this is the tag die set that Emma has in her store, and it's 2 separate egg tag dies, and I used the bigger one. And just to remind you of the size of this, from top to bottom is just over almost 3¼ inches, I would say. So there's the ruler, and you can kind of take a look. So that is just such a sweet little way to say Happy Easter with this cute little bumblebee gnome. So that is the first project. And my second project, I was in the mood because of Easter. I have been looking at all sorts of carrot projects on Pinterest all week as I had time, and getting ideas. And I actually was playing around with carrots on the weekend and had started some tags that I was going to show you on Saturday morning with the heart tags that I showed And I ended up holding off and just doing the heart tags on Saturday. But this is one of the carrots that I had created using dies from My Creative Time. And I decided to put it on a card and color up a gnome to add to this. So this one uses that happy spring sentiment from the stamp set that is part of the release today, or part of the sneak peeks today. And I colored up the gnome. He looks so cute. This little bumblebee gnome is just a lot of fun. And then the way I created the carrot was just something I saw on Pinterest using Prim Hearts. And I just used the beautiful large Prim Heart dies. And then I used this particular foliage die from the foliage die set. And I cut the foliage die out 3 times and just one of the Prim Hearts to create the carrot. I did add some inking and some little lines to make it look like a carrot, but most of that is covered up by the little bumblebee gnome. And I just think this is a fun way to showcase the little bumblebee as if it's approaching the gnome. And I did add a little flight line at the bottom of the carrot as if the bumblebee is flying up the edge of the carrot. So, and then I just added a couple little flowers. These are a little thing of flowers that you can get from Hobby Lobby from the Paper Studio. And I just use those to embellish and add a little bit of pop of white to the background of this card. This beautiful green paper is another one of Emma's paper pads, and it comes from the last year's springtime paper pad, which she still has, and I use this green paper right here as well as this one here. So this one I used for the circle background on my card, and then I created the carrot tops, the green foliage carrot tops with this piece. And then on the back of my card, I used this polka dot paper. So I'll show you the back of the card too. You can see how the circle sets off that beautiful green text paper. I love that. I added a little piece of the foliage paper to just make the inside of the card pretty, and I use the XOXO border dies inside the card. And then on the back, I created another carrot using the smaller Prim Heart dies and other foliage dies that are in her foliage die set, just to add a little something fun to the back of the card. So that's my second project, and I had so much fun making that too. And I do use this foliage die set and the flower die set. The flowers are MCT D430 and the foliage is MCT D427. And the projects I'm going to show today, I do use those throughout. And these, of course, are the larger Prim Hearts, and I used both them and the smaller ones during my projects this week. And I also use these XOXO border dies on a lot of my projects. So just be aware, I'm trying to show you what I'm using just in case some of you are new to My Creative Time and aren't familiar with all of their products. So let's move on to my next set of products. Or projects to share with you. So the next thing I pulled out was the cute little tulip card die. And you'll remember this from last year when it was released. And I just made a cute little card that says, "Be blessed." And I have this actually kind of taped shut right now because I was taking photos. And I always like to hold them closed with a little pop dot when I'm photographing. But inside it says Happy Spring, and it has that beautiful layering piece. And then on the back, I just added a little flower and another layering piece with the beautiful gingham paper. And that gingham paper is from the spring paper pad the Gingerbread Kisses paper pad. And this was last year for Christmas in July is when this was released, and it's one of my favorites because you know how much I love gingham paper. So that's where this purple paper is from. Okay, so there's that. And I love how these little tulip cards turn out, and I have given many of them away, and I know that people love receiving small cards like this. And I did use the 3-inch envelope die and the layering piece that comes in that die set to create a matching envelope. And again, I used Emma's flower dies to create these little flowers to decorate the envelope. I next used the 3-inch circle card die to make this little 3-inch gnome card. And this one also uses her circle dies. Let me pull this set out so you can see. Here, just so you can see it, is the tulip card die set. So you have your tulip card. You also have this little love that's inside there. It's a little love tag that's fun to put on your cards. And you have all the pieces to create your circle card die. And so I used that. And then to make the next one that I'm showing you, I used the 3-inch circle card die set, okay, which is MCT D386. And I used MCT D379. I used this circle piece with the little hearts on it to use on the circle card. And this is a really fun die. I love the little hearts on the edge that it cuts out. And that's the part that you see on the outside here. And the way you fit this in the envelope, I did make a matching envelope again, and you'll notice it's a little too wide to go in with the hearts. So you just turn it so that the hearts are up and down, and it will fit into your card, into your envelope, okay? So this is just so cute, and I love the traditional bee colors on this one, the black and the yellow, and it's perfect with that black and yellow polka dot paper. And it says Happy Spring. I have a layering piece on the inside, and then on the back, I use that cute little sentiment strip banner that she created in the new die set, and the words Be Happy from the stamp set. So that's a cute way. You turn the card over and it says Be Happy. Happy Spring, be happy. So that is how this card looks. And I will leave it out so you can continue to look at it. And then the last one that I did is in the beautiful orange color. And I used the orange polka dot paper as well as the solid orange paper. I colored this adorable gnome again in both a lighter and darker orange, added the Be Happy sentiment, and then on the inside you can see the back side of the paper that I made the card with, which is that beautiful text paper. I did the white stitched liner, and then on the back I used the little love die so that when you turn the card over it says love on the back. And then you have, of course, your little matching envelope. So those 3 cards turned out so cute, and I love how you can do both circles as well as the tulip little shaped cards just for fun. So those are those projects. I did one more card using that beautiful gray tulip paper. I just fell in love with that paper. And for this card, I used a larger circle die set. I used the I used this little set called the Stitched Zigzag Die Set. It's MCT D167. I used the word hugs from here to create my sentiment on the card. This is a wonderful set. And then I also use the Pretty Circle Layer Dies MCT D267. And these have that beautiful stitched pattern in them. And I used that largest size card to make an aperture on the front of this card. And I used the beautiful gray papers from the paper pad along with the beautiful floral paper. I colored my gnome to match. And I just created some flowers using Emma's floral die and some lace centers from a piece of lace that I had in my stash, a vintage piece of lace. And then you can see that word hugs going across at the top. And then here's the inside of the card. These are Emma's etched layer dies, her rectangle dies that have the etched edge. And then on the back, I just added another strip of that beautiful gray text paper. And this is actually from an older paper pad. And I think I forgot to bring that one back. But you can always go to Emma's Categories tab once you get to the website and you go to the shop section. There is a categories that you can click on, and that categories tab will open up all the different sections of the website. And she has a 6x6 paper pad and a 6x8 paper pad section, and you can go look at all of her paper pads. Each one is special, and you've seen me do so many projects over the years using Emma's beautiful papers. So these are all the projects using the first Stampin' Die set, which is the gnome, the smaller gnome. And then I just did 2 more projects using the paper piecing gnome. So this card uses Emma's 4-inch circle card die set. So you see the 3-inch circle card die set is here. This is the 4-inch circle card die set. And do I have the number on this one? Yes, I think I do. It's MCT D377, I believe. Yeah, D377. So that's the 4-inch circle card die. And so I created my little circle card, and then I chose to divide it. I cut out a circle in this beautiful pink script. From the new paper pad, I used a strip of the pink polka. And then this paper is from one of Emma's paper pads from last year. And I thought it blended really well with this turquoise cardstock. So this just turned out so cute. I paper pieced this bigger gnome, and then I added a little bit of Copic coloring to his beard and to his nose. And I added some white gel pen little dots and stuff just to highlight the gnome itself, and then a little bit of diamond stickles on the different sections of the gnome to really make him sparkle. And then inside you can see the scallop circle. It comes again from that same die set that had the heart die in it. So the circle card add-ons MCT D379, and it's this scalloped one. So I use this one, and then I use this scalloped one. And that scalloped one is what's on the inside of this card. And then on the back, I just added one of the layered flowers that I had created. Okay, and I think it's actually missing its center, so I'll have to replace that. But that is the first card. And then all of these gnomes are boys. So I wanted to do a girl gnome, and I decided to just use some yarn and braid some yarn together to create some ponytails. I paper pieced the gnome, and then I put the nose on, drew some little cheeks, added my hair, and then I popped up a second set of wings using this beautiful scrap of paper that I had in my stash. And I thought it went so well with this paper here. And I was trying to set the card off, break it up into 3 so that your eye has a place to rest. And I just love how this turned out with her little ponytails tied with twine. And this one again says Happy Spring. It has a layering piece inside with those beautiful stitched circle layering dies. And then on the back, I used the Prim Heart dies to create a 2-layered heart on the back. And I just used a little piece of Emma's paper that is this beautiful pattern here. And I don't think I brought that paper pad back to show you, but it's the same one that has this paper in it. And again, go to that category section and go to the paper pads and look at all of them. They're all so beautiful. So those are all of my projects for day 1 of Sneaky Peeks for March 12th, 2024. And we will be doing Sneaky Peeks on the 13th and 14th, and the release will be Friday the 15th. And Emma will be holding a wonderful giveaway where she will give away the entire April release to whoever gets chosen from all of the comments, both on the Instagram hop and the YouTube hop that we're having on Friday. So stay tuned for that, and be sure that as you guys are hopping around to everybody's channels over on Instagram as well as here on YouTube, that you're leaving comments. Of course, we would love to hear what you think about these products that we're showcasing today. What was your favorite project that I made? Was there one that you really spoke to you, that you just want to make it yourself or do something similar? Let me know which ones spoke to your heart. And I look forward to sharing more Sneaky Peeks with you throughout the week. So again, this is the 140th edition release for My Creative Time, and we're so happy that you are joining us to see the new products for spring 2024. I will be back with you tomorrow with more to share. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, supporting my channel, and supporting this wonderful business, My Creative Time, owned by the lovely Emma Aguilar and her family, who supports her in her beautiful artistic endeavors that we get to enjoy as we share cards with our loved ones made with the products that Emma brings to us each month. So thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.